Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another viewer requested type of video. This one was requested by YouTube user Michael McMahon. I want to thank you for all your support over the at least year or years, whatever it is. And what he wanted to see was a video of me giving my thoughts on the different actors, actresses that have been involved with the Walking Dead television series since the beginning, the ones that are involved in the most prominent roles, and sort of what they've been up to since their time on The Walking Dead has ended. So, after The Walking Dead, so to speak. Okay, so first off, we will start with Jon Bernthal, who played Shane in the Walking Dead television series. Of course, the first 2 seasons of the show. Hard to believe it's already been, since 2012, 2015 now. Like 3 years since, since the end of season 2. We're almost there once we're done, this second half of season 5. But yeah, pretty crazy. Since his time in the Walking Dead television series, his career has just skyrocketed. He's been in quite a few movies, so we'll go through them. The first one in 2013 was Snitch, where he played a character named Daniel James with The Rock. If you guys actually got a chance to see that one, I did do a review of that one. It's in the channel if you're interested, and it was a pretty good movie, to be honest with you. And he did a good job in the movie, of course, as we would come to expect after seeing what he did with Shane in the TV series. After that, in 2013, he was also in the movie Grudge Match as a character named BJ. That was a pretty big movie as well, too. You had, of course, Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone, kind of like a boxing match type movie, kind of reminiscent of their time, with Rocky and Raging Bull, that kind of thing. And, it was a pretty big movie, and he had a pretty big role in that as the character BJ. Next one was The Wolf of Wall Street, which, amazing movie, man. Really, really great. Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, Martin Scorsese, Jonah Hill, and Jon Bernthal was in it, too. He played kind of like a low-level type dealer who was involved with what they were doing, and his character's name was Brad, kind of a tough guy type character, and it was pretty fun. If you haven't checked out The Wolf of Wall Street, I highly recommend it. He's good in it. He doesn't have too much in the way of lines or anything, but he's there, and it's a huge big budget movie. So even to be in a movie like that is pretty amazing when you consider Martin Scorsese and everything and all the amazing movies he's done with Leo and the others. Just pretty awesome to see him in a role like that. So after that, he was in a TV series which was called Mob City, which aired 2013, and that was like a December type thing. It was on TNT, directed by Frank Darabont. Was a great 6-episode miniseries. Started off a little slow, and unfortunately, it didn't get renewed for a second season, which is a shame. Because it was really, really well done by Darabont, and just maybe the type of show has been done too many times. We've seen too many of that type of series, and it just wasn't different enough. There wasn't enough marketing to lure people in, but it was a really great show. And if you haven't checked out Mob City, it's only 6 episodes. I would suggest you check it out, because his part in that is Joe Teague. He's the main character. It's pretty awesome. After that, he's been in the movie Fury, which was a huge movie as well, too, with Brad Pitt. You also have Shia LaBeouf in there, and, it's like a World War II tank-type movie. So also another big-budget, huge movie with A-list actors, really big actors. So great. So that's good for him. In the future, we've got some other ones coming up. Show Me a Hero in 2015, a TV miniseries. The Godmothers in pre-production. We've got The Accountant also in pre-production. We Are Your Friends, and Sicario in post-production. Also Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, and Vienna and the Phantom. So he's got quite a bit of things coming up in 2015 as well. And I think we all do miss seeing him in the Walking Dead television series, but glad to see that he's been really busy, and he's in quite a few big budget, huge Hollywood motion picture movies. Awesome stuff. Okay, and next we'll talk about Sarah Wayne Kelly, who of course played Lori in the Walking Dead television series since it was 2010 to 2013. She was in the show, of course, if you guys remember, back to almost the beginning of season 3, but she was in the kind of Rick imagination sequences, if you guys remember. So she actually was on for more episodes than just that. She was actually into later on, in the show as well. So up until season 3. So it's been a couple seasons, at least one full one. Half of season 5 since she's been in the show. And since then, she has been in a pretty big movie, Into the Storm, 2014 movie, kind of disaster type movie. I don't know what's worse. Huge tornadoes or zombies. I don't know. Zombie NATO, I'm not sure. So, yeah, so she's been in that. And then coming up in 2015, she's going to be in The Other Side of the Door, Pay the Ghost, which is currently filming, and Colony, which is going to be a TV series. And of course, she was in Prison Break before that, which was back in 2005. And also, Faces in the Crowd. So, been in quite a few things aside from just The Walking Dead, even prior. But Into the Storm is her main thing she's done so far since her time in the Walking Dead television series. Then we have Laurie Holden, who played Andrea in the Walking Dead television series, of course, since the end of season 3, so all of season 4, season 5. Hasn't been there since 2013. Since that time, she was in the movie Dumb and Dumber 2, which I have seen. Silly, stupid. You guys know Dumb and Dumber, of course. Jim Carrey. Pretty awesome. She actually plays kind of like the bad guy in it, which is pretty funny. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Her role in that it's a prominent role, and it's pretty funny to see her in that type of role. In addition to that, I'll put a link in the description for you guys. She's actually been involved in a sting operation to take down some Colombian sex traffickers, which is pretty cool. You can read through the article yourself. It's from ABC News, and apparently hardly anyone in Colombia watches The Walking Dead. I don't know exactly what she was involved with there. It was an undercover operation, so gladly nobody watches The Walking Dead and recognized her. That is, if she was involved in actually the undercover part of it. That I don't know. You can read through it yourself and see what you think about that. That's pretty much it. She's also in the show Major Crimes 2014, which I also haven't seen. And of course, we have Michael Rooker, who played Merle in the Walking Dead television series, seasons 1 and of course season 3, huge concentration. And since 2013, his time ended in season 3. His most prominent role has actually been in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's played Yondu. So if you guys have seen that, it's a big role in the movie, to be honest. And the movie actually ended up being huge, a huge movie for Marvel. So that's pretty cool to see him, going from Merle to, intergalactic, space villain, so to speak, blue one too. That's fun. In addition to that, he's also been in Brothers Keeper, which I haven't seen, and the movie Bolden, which is coming up, which also I haven't seen much for either as of this time. Then, of course, we have David Morrissey, who played the Governor, the Walking Dead television series. Season 3, first half of season 4, with the effects still going through, destroying the prison and everything. So it's been about a season since he's actually been in the Walking Dead television series. And, in that time, he's actually had another show he's been, the lead in, which is a UK show. BBC, I believe it was on one of the BBC channels, and that was The Driver. Now, it was only a 3-episode little kind of one-shot series type deal, but each episode is pretty long, and it was great, man. Really, really great, to give my thoughts on it, because I have seen it. If you haven't, definitely check it out. It's fun to see David Morrissey in a different role rather than him playing, our lead villain, to see him play kind of a lead good guy character, kind of in the middle type deal. So it's a shame the series didn't go on for longer, but it's kind of short and sweet. Definitely check out The Driver if you haven't seen it. You can even watch it online. UK British show. And then we have Scott Wilson, who of course played Herschel in the Walking Dead television series from seasons 2 on up to halfway through The Walking Dead season 4. Just similar to the Governor in terms of his final episode, of course, with Too Far Gone. Then he had the flashback sequences afterwards. So it's been about a year since he's been in the show, unless you're counting the flashbacks. Since then, he has been in a new show, which is called Bosch. I personally haven't seen it yet, but I guess he plays a doctor in the series. And then we will finally wrap it up with Emily Kinney, who played Beth in the Walking Dead television series. Of course, just had her final episode just before our break here, so hasn't had much time outside of the show. But she was in another series called The Following, which is another pretty big horror type television series. She had, I think, one episode role in that. And then, of course, she's been working on her music career as an artist. You can go ahead and I'll put the link in the description. You can click it there, and you can see her YouTube channel. She's got some different, songs she's done, music videos, that kind of thing. You can check them out if you're interested. And yeah, that's pretty much everybody in terms of, prominent characters. Obviously, there's tons of characters that have been involved in The Walking Dead, tons of actors, tons of actresses, and I just wanted to do about a 10-minute video on some of the most prominent ones that have gone on after The Walking Dead to do other things. So may do another one of these in a few seasons. We'll see what happens with each actor or actress that's been involved in the series and what they go on to do afterwards. Of course, there'll be a lot more characters that come in and leave The Walking Dead, and we'll have to see what they do after their time is finished in The Walking Dead 2. So out of all of them, which one are you following, or ones are you following the most? You can write it in the comments below. I'll tell you, me personally, probably be John Berthal. Really excited to see his different movies he's been in. Mob City really liked a lot, and just enjoy watching his performance regardless of what he's in, because he usually plays that kind of badass type character, and I like those movies. So I like those types of movies. So that's me. But let me know what you guys think, and which actor, actress you're most interested in seeing after their time in The Walking Dead in different movies and things like that, or TV shows or music or whatever. And if you like the video, please do me a favor. Please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite it. And if you wanted to ask me what am I going to do after The Walking Dead when The Walking Dead series ends, and I'm killed off, so to speak, well, I'm sure there'll be other things, and The Walking Dead will be on for a long time. And, I'll be here reviewing stuff regardless, even when the series is over. And I am sort of killed off as a result. Because when the series ends, I look at it that way. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and, what you're most interested in seeing next. And, if you like the video, write it below so I know to do one of these in the future. So for this one, guys, see you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. Say peace.